What's good? What's good? What's good? Let me get a thumbs up in the chat box if you hear me. Thumbs up in the chat box if you can hear me. It seems like I haven't been live solo in a minute. Seems like I haven't been live solo in a minute. Salute to everybody that's here. Taking a little Friday libations. Salute to you guys. If you want to know, still Austin is the vibe for the night. Still Austin is the vibe for the night. Salute Jared, J the Six, Malik, Yolanda, Osman. Appreciate you guys for coming through. Let's see who else we got. Daniel Berry Sports, Don Mingo. Appreciate you guys. And what we're gonna do today is we're gonna take a look at the top 10, but not the top 10, 10 realistic free agents the Baltimore Ravens could sign. Now, I'm taking this from an article from Ebony Bird, from Mike Luciano. And so what it is they put out an article saying 10 realistic free agents that the Baltimore Ravens can sign. And so I'm going to show you the list of the free agents. And what we're going to do is, since, the Ravens got this little bit extra cash in the pocket, with the salary cap going up, and we're going to see what the value is of these free agents that they say we could realistically sign. And so we're going to put a price tag to the free agents and see if we really can do something with these people. All right, so let's go through the article. Let me see if I can put the article up here. Let's see. Let's go here. Transition. Okay, so there it is. And I'm still good. So this is the article from Ebony Bird. And so 10 realistic free agents the Baltimore Ravens could sign. So what I'll do is I'm going to show you all 10 of the guys. And then I'm going to go to Sport Track and we're going to look those 10 guys up and see what their realistic value is, their improbable value, their potential, what their worth is, and see if we can realistically sign those guys. And then at the end, we'll show the whole list with their monetary value beside them. And that's how we'll do that on this Friday afternoon. So first up, Awuzie, the cornerback from the Cincinnati Bengals. Are we in the cornerback market? That's one of the things, we don't really know what's going to happen with the Marlin is the third highest salary cap hit. I don't know if he's going to restructure or how that goes, but we do have him back. He is signed. Brandon Stevens is signed. We got some younger guys signed, so I don't even know if we're in the market for a cornerback, but his name is on this list. And so we'll go with the flow because they threw his name out there. I personally wouldn't have put a cornerback on here, but it's up here. Next up, Robert Hunt, offensive guard from Miami. We really don't have a guard right now, so I can see why Robert Hunt's name is on here. Next on the list, let's see. That's Chase Young, San Francisco 49ers edge. Edge is always an issue for us, and we need a guy that can produce consistently, even though Chase Young, I feel like, kind of takes some plays off. Number 7 on this list, Kevin Dotson, offensive guard, the Rams. Again, we need offensive guard help. Didn't re-sign Zeitler. John Simpson is a free agent. Well, Zeitler's free agent too, so both of them are free agent. So all we got is backups right there. Next up, Cameron Curl, a safety from the Commanders. I don't really know. I know we like to play 3 safeties, but, we got Marcus we paid. We're going to have to pay Kyle soon. This will be his 3rd year, so Kyle's turn is going to come soon. I don't know if you want to put money into a safety right now. I personally wouldn't, but his name is on this list, so we'll keep it going. Number 5, Saquon Barkley. Now we talking. We're getting on the offensive side. New York Giants running back, trying to get some help back there with Lamar Jackson. Next up, Bryce Huff, edge, New York Giants. Again, another guy on the defensive side. Edge has been an issue with us. Our 2 best edge players this past year, in my opinion, were Clowney and Van Noy. Both guys were on 1-year deals. Not really sure what's going to happen there. Again, we got that extra money. That may help with re-signing those guys, but this is a name they threw out there. We'll see how it goes. Number 3 on the list, Mike Evans. Mike Evans is going to command a huge number. I don't really know if we need a Mike Evans. Having Mike Evans would be great, but I know his number is going to be huge. But we'll see his potential earnings number when we get to the sport track in a minute. Snead. Again, I don't really know if we're in the cornerback market, but having Snead would definitely help. You can't never have enough corners. You can never have enough good corners. Having Snead would help, but I don't know if we're in the cornerback market. But again, having Snead would definitely help. And even though we got extra money, everybody else got extra money too. So we got to factor that in too. And number one, the guy that's on everybody's list, the guy I even made a dedicated video about, Derrick Henry. So that's the list 1 through 10. Those are the guys. And let me see. I think I got a thing right here for you. That's the list. 10 realistic free agents that Baltimore could sign in 2024. Awuzie, Robert Hunt, Chase Young, Kevin Dotson, Cameron Curl, Saquon Barkley, Bryce Huff, Mike Evans, L'Jarius Snead, and Derrick Henry. That's your total, your whole list right there. Now, so what we're going to do now is we're going to get to the point where we look at their price tag and see if we can actually afford them and what they will cost. So let me get Sport Track up now. Give me a second. All right. Get Sport Track up and go back through my list again. So first up on that list, with my mouse and keyboard, we'll get everybody up here together. Film. First up, Awuzie. Let's see if I can spell Awuzie. Oh, there it is right there. Already, I ain't got to try to spell it. All right, so Awuzie don't have a market value. So what did Awuzie make last year? Last year, his base salary was $6 million basically. So Awuzie don't have a market value. He signed a 3-year deal for $27 million. So he basically made about $7 million a year with the Bengals. But again, I don't know if we're in the cornerback market. So we're going to skip Awuzie's number because he don't have a market value. And you'll see the rest of his market value when I put him in there. All right, so let's go to the second guy. Second guy on this list is Robert Hunt. Robert Hunt's right there, guard. Market value, $11.8 million for a guard. Is that good value for Robert Hunt? He is, let's see. $4 years, $47 million. Oh, here he is. That's what I was looking for, his age. 27 years old, 3 years playing experience. He was a second-round draft pick out of Louisiana Lafayette. $11.8 million. We'll come back to it once we get everybody's number on the screen. Let's just go. Let's just keep rolling through. I got the slide with everybody's number on it, but we'll come back to it when we get everybody's number out there. Next up is Chase Young. All right, we'll see Chase Young's market value. $13 million. Not bad. I was thinking Chase Young's number was going to be closer to 18, 19, maybe even 20. Chase Young is 24 years old, 3 years experience, first round pick out of Ohio State, number 2 overall in 2020. Not a huge number for Chase Young. I thought it would be higher. And again, this is a calculated market value. This is a guesstimation. Now, you know somebody's going to jump out there and may play more than this, but this is a guesstimation of what Chase Young would garner on the open market. It's not bad at all. So put a pin in Chase Young. Next up on the list, Kevin Dotson. How you spell that? D-O-T? I misspelled. Oh, there it is. I did spell it right. D-O-T-S-O-N. All right. Market value, $16.4. Woo. Now, Kevin Dotson might be out of our range. Kevin Dotson might be out of our range at $16.4 for a guard. 27 years old, 3 years playing experience from Louisiana Lafayette too. So he played with Robert Hunt. This dude right here played with Robert Hunt. They're from the same school. He played with Robert Hunt. Didn't know that. Now I know. 16.4. Next up, Cameron Curl. This is the safety from the Commanders. Cameron Curl. Cameron Curl. Market value 14.4. 24 years old, 3 years playing experience, 7-round pick. Oh, he's 7-round pick, kind of like Geno Stone. So, do you think Cameron Curl is going to command more than Geno Stone? Let's and now this wasn't planned, but let's throw Geno Stone's name in there just for it. I didn't plan on doing this. Let's throw Geno Stone's in there to see. So Cameron Curl's 14.4. Let's see what they got for Geno Stone. There's a whole bunch of stones in here. Did I pass Geno up? There it is. If that's the case, you must re-sign Geno at half the price. if that's the case, if this is true or holds true, you might as well sign Geno at half the price. At half the price. Might as well re-sign him at half the price. Easily. Sign him at half the price. Cameron Curl's at $14 million and Geno at 7.2. Might as well re-sign him at half the price. That's easily. But next up, so forget Geno ain't on our list, but let's keep going. Saquon is the next name on the list. All right, market value for Saquon 9.9. I think that's our max for a running back. Honestly, I think 9.9 million would be the max we would go for a running back. I think that's the top end. I think we might lowball a number, but like if they push a hard bargain, 9.9 would be the top we'll go for a running back. If 9.9 to give me Saquon, I wouldn't be mad at it. Let's see, but let's keep going. Bryce Huff is the next name on the list. All right, Bryce Huff's market value 9.2 for an edge. It's tough because you got two guys that were drafted in the first and second round that haven't done anything. One of them is a potential. You got to make a decision on his 5th-year option, and that's like 14, 15 mil. The brass is in a tough situation right here. Do you spend $9 million on a proven guy and don't pick up the 5th-year option on an Oway? Or do you gamble? You pick up the 5th-year option and you just hope that what you drafted in the 3-4 years ago, it finally shows up. Because Oway did look better. But still, he ain't looked like a first-round pick yet. Not yet. But let's put a pin in Bryce Huff for 9.2. Let's see who next I had on my list. Mike Evans. Now, I'm sure this is going to be the biggest number. Mike Evans is going to be the biggest number. Because receivers, they so darn expensive. Market value for Mike Evans. Yeah. We ain't doing this. Nah, cuz. We out. We like SpongeBob on this one. All right, we gonna head out. 23.8. I had to grab my drink on this one. No. 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 Sorry. No. Ooh, no. Next up. Ooh. Jerry Sneed. Again, I don't know how much we're in the cornerback market, but His name is on the list, so we'll take a look at it. 16.3. Yeah. Yeah, I think Jared Sneed might be a little bit too rich for our blood too. A little bit too rich for our blood. Him and Mike Evans, and yeah, nah. I don't think we dipping in that pools either. And the last name on the list is the guy that everybody wants, and that's Derrick Henry. I personally don't think he's the answer, but a lot of people want this guy, so we'll see what his market value is. 10.3. I don't. We may go to 10.3 for Derrick Henry. May. I'm not sure, but like my guy, the guy I picked from the Derrick Henry video was Josh Jacobs. And so I'm gonna stick Josh Jacobs' names in there too because I didn't. His name wasn't on here, but I like Josh Jacobs. And if his number ain't too much more than Derrick Henry, I say go with Josh Jacobs. 10.6. Hey, for $300,000 more, you might as well run that Josh Jacobs. For $300,000 more, you might as well, to me, you might as well make a run at Josh Jacobs. But let me throw all of them up there real quick. Let me get them all up there for you, so we can look at all the numbers together. Let me get all the numbers up there together. Let me get them all up there real quick. All right, now we can run it like this. All right, that's everybody's numbers right there. So Awuzie we didn't have a number for. Robert Hunt was 11.8 mil. Chase Young was 13 mil. Kevin Dotson was 16.4. Cameron Curl was 14.4. Saquon was 9.9. Bryce Huff was 9.2. Mike Evans was 23.8. L'Jarius Sneed was 16.3. And Derrick Henry was 10.3. And my personal favorite of the group, Josh Jacobs, was 10.6. So let's kind of ixnay some guys out of there. I'm gonna ixnay Awuzie because I don't think we in the cornerback market. So Awuzie and Sneed, get out of here. I'm gonna take Mike Evans out of here too, and Kevin Dotson. I don't think we're in the market for safety either. So Cameron Curl out of here. So realistic guys for me. Let me put my pen in so I can write this down. Realistic guys for me. So out of this list, chat box, out of this list, 3 names out of this list. Put it in the chat box. The guys that's watching this later on replay, you put it in the comment section. But chat box, 3 names off this list, and you can add Jacobs if you want to. 3 names off this list that you would love to have on the team. And the only outlier I'm letting you add is Jacobs. So for me, I'm writing Jacobs. Honestly, I got this is who I got. I got Jacobs. I got Hunt. And honestly, if I could do it my way, and I probably X this dude off, but I would go Jacobs, Hunt, and Dotson. Dotson. I would go Jacob, Hunt, and Dotson. And this would kind of be my plan. So hear me out. This would be my plan. Jacobs, Hunt, and Dotson right here in this free agency. In the draft, I would go receiver. And no particular order in this draft either. No particular order. Receiver. Another O lineman. cornerback, a running back, edge, IDL. And the IDL is depending on what happens with Matabike. Now, and I'm picking these three guys, saying that Matabike is franchised or whatnot. I'm saying franchise or whatnot. So this is what I do. This is what I do. Let me put myself up here. Hold on. Put myself back up here. So this is what I got. I'd go Jacobs, Hunt, and maybe Dotson. I got a big question mark by Dotson, but definitely go Jacobs and Hunt. Franchise Matabike or get him to a long term deal. Then in draft, in no particular order, I don't have an order yet. Wide receiver, O line, cornerback, running back, edge. That will be my plan. That'd be my plan. So I've been working on O lineman this week. I've watched a good number of them. What I've done is I've stopped trying to make a video for all of them and just start watching them so I can talk about them. What I will say is, before I get into my talk with Chris, is some of the pundits' favorite ones are not necessarily my favorite ones. That's all I'm gonna tell you like that. Some of the guys that are probably going to go first or second, like the first or second tackles picked, are not necessarily my favorite ones. I just look for different traits and different guys than they do. I know they look for height, length, arm length, and all that stuff, but I look for different things. So some of the guys that they say are the 1, 2, and the 3 are not necessarily the 1, 2, and 3 for me. So I'll let you know that. And me and Chris gonna get together at some point next week and talk O-line play. And I'm just gonna start looking at more of them throughout the day, and not just trying to put a video out on each one of them. Because if I do a video on each one of them, that's gonna be one a day. But if I just look at them and make my notes, I can do 2, 3, 4, 5 a day, and that way I can kind of talk about more of them, in videos and whatnot, and just have conversations about them and whatnot. So really, this is just my video on the top 10 realistic free agents that I saw in that article from Ebony Bird. Again, if you're watching the replay, put who you think from this list, and including Josh Jacobs, that you would love to have. If you have not hit the like button, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, hit subscribe. And if you're not chatting, I know you ain't subscribed, because you can't chat unless you subscribe. So do that, and enjoy the rest of y'all Friday, man. And cheers, 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 cheers to all again. I'm on Still Austin. Got it from a distillery in Austin, but they do sell it at Total Wines. Peace, y'all. How high do I want to pick an O lineman? Depending on who's there. I mean, I'm down for out of those 5 traits I named, I would almost go best player available out of those: wide receiver, O line, cornerback, running back, edge. Well, I wouldn't, not running back. Wide receiver, O line, cornerback, edge. Out of those 4 groups, I go best player available at 30. I haven't got the Trent Brown yet, Osman. Saquon, Bryce Huff, Dodson. Yeah, I take Dotson over Saquon, because if you have not seen the other video about I did Saquon, I mean Josh Jacobs. I'm sorry, Josh Jacobs got a lot more explosives than Saquon, and Josh Jacobs had just as bad of an O line as Saquon did, and he got 33 explosive runs out of that terrible O line the Raiders had. So that's why I take Josh Jacobs over all of them. 33 explosives, 14.1 explosive run rate. Keith Mitchell had a 14 point some explosive